Heard you.
Boom, shaka laka. You already know the vibes. It is Saturday, and we are here with Who Run the City. T-Town, Big Fan, Breezy. You know the vibes. Unmute yourself, Brody. Yeah, we know. Unmute yourself, Brody. You still muted. Yeah.
That's it. Thank you.
Yeah. You're good. Shout out to Barry in the chat. Shout out to JJ Jackson in the chat. He said he at work, but he gonna be tuning in and out. Yeah, I mean, I pause. It's crazy. Yeah, but shout out to the guys. Yeah, I mean, so here we are Saturday. Knicks got a game today. Y'all got a game today?
Nah, we ain't gonna play till Sunday. Denver won them back to back. They play y'all, then they play us.
Oh, okay.
That's our game today, right?
Yeah. We play at 1. We play Denver. Yeah, so I guess I started off with the fact we win today. We win today. I like the way my guys been playing these last 2 games. I like the fact that we don't have no quit. The hustle, the bench mob has been coming out and stifling offenses. You've Josh Hart doing a little bit of everything, and helping out. Isaiah Hartenstein has been a man possessed on the boards and playing great defense. You saw the defense he was playing on AD when we played the Lakers, immaculate. Because I ain't gonna lie, AD was giving Mitchell Robinson work. We put Isaiah Hartenstein on him and slowed all that shit down. Deuce McBride, our last game against the Trailblazers, came up big, pause, and with 18 points, knocking down threes, playing defense, chase down blocks on Anthony Simmons, whatever his name is. Told him get that shit all the way up out of here. You feel me? You're getting blocked by a 6'1" guy, you feel me, on a fast break. So I think we just out hustle these guys, and the fact that we don't quit in games is the reason why we won today. Just pure hustle and determination. You know what I mean?
I hear you. Listen, I'm gonna need more than that, because last week, and I watch our episodes. I don't know if you do. I do. Shout out to the chat. I see you, Jack City. I see you, Barry. Listen, you said because the Clippers is just not that good, or something like that, to that effect. Yeah. And I said, I said, humor me with the soliloquy, and that's pretty much all I got. I want to hear more than that because y'all lost last time that happened. Now, I also said, don't be comfortable in that 5th seed. You said by next week, you know what you said. But now I'm going to show you where I was right, because you were right as well. And this is a situation where we were both right. Now, y'all lost that game. We went in 5th seed after that. So I posted standards. And I got into it with a bunch of Knicks fans because of it. But I posted standards after that. It was because Fraz Taz, he was talking heavy, like, yo, yeah, once we win this game, we taking 5th seed, this and that. I'm like, all right. And then y'all lost it. And then I posted standings. And then after that, we had 5th seed, I think, for like approximately 24 hours. We ain't have it for long, put it like that. But y'all didn't have it that day. So we had the podcast at 11. Y'all played that day, and y'all lost, and we was in 5th place because of it. You remember that? You know how this played out. You follow me?
Yeah.
And then y'all took
I'm listening. I'm letting you do your thing.
And then y'all took 5th place back, I think, once we lost, and y'all won. But again, here I am on another Saturday saying that 5th place ain't safe. Now, it may seem like this is boisterous and extra confident because I'm a big fan, but I want you to understand something. Don't judge us from our losses. We played 5 games, and we were 3 out of 3-2. So we won more than we lost. Since KD and Kyrie left, we haven't touched a play in. We don't know those situations. Not human me, but you will be briefing me on play in life and being a play in vlogger and things of that nature. I don't know if you want to say it in good nature, but it'd be kind words on my part to hear from you. because we never been there and we don't plan on going there, is what I'm saying. Now, everybody likes to address the schedules and say these are going to be tough games. Of course it is. I explained that the play-in tournament made all of these games a tough situation. That being said, I think we should be confident as Nets fans versus Denver off a back-to-back situation. We beat them on the road. They playing the Knicks tonight. They not an easy act. We get back in the win column tomorrow versus Denver at home, because the Knicks are not a tough act, and they've been on not a losing streak, but they, you know what I mean? They last 10 ain't, it's just all right. You know what I'm saying? They've been getting work lately. So I'm confident we get back in the win column tomorrow.
First of all, I stand on what I said about being confident and comfortable in the 5th seed.
Yeah,
It's because you had it. It's because you had it for 2 seconds. You had it for 2 seconds. 2 seconds. And then, just like I knew we always would, we said, give me that. That's mine. It belongs to me. You can't have it. Said, give me, snatched it right back. And then, you know what's even more funny is that y'all didn't even have it because y'all won more games than us. Y'all had it because y'all played less games than us. That's it. Y'all was 1/100th. I mean, like y'all was a hundredth of a percent point higher than us because y'all played less games.
We keep it 100.
We got more home game wins than y'all. We got more road games than y'all. We got more division wins than y'all. We got more conference wins than y'all. There is no part of the record that y'all were better than us in. We had more wins than y'all. Like, even when y'all went above us, there was no, so I was still comfortable and confident because I'm like, this is nothing. This is a scratch. We'll be back. We're gonna rub some A&D ointment on it, and we be right back. You feel me? So now, and we just got 2 great wins, and we still don't have our starting point guard, which is super important. We winning these games without JB, and when JB comes back, I'm going to even be more confident in our ability to hold and solidify the 5th seed. You feel me? Like, definitely. And I'm not saying that.
I'm listening.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that the Denver Nuggets is going to be an easy W. Obviously not. They got the Joker. The Joker official tissue. You feel me? So, like, I'm not saying this is going to be an easy win. We going to win. I don't know about y'all tomorrow, because that might be a revenge game. They might be salty that they lost to the Knicks. They might go crazy on y'all because of that. You feel me? Like, just those things. But yeah. And as far as y'all posting the standings, I thought it was hilarious. You feel me? And I shout out to my guy Fraz. You feel me? Because I know why he posts the standings, because all this time, what was 2 seasons, we've watched y'all post the standings, especially when we start talking spicy. Boom, here's the standings. So now when we got, here's the standings. And then as soon as y'all got in the 5th seed for a hot second, it wasn't even a whole day. It was a hot second. Everybody was posting the standings, not just you. It was a whole plethora of Net fans posting the standings. And then Barry on the page, 5th seed. Okay, well, when y'all lost, I just wanted to know why nobody was posting the standings anymore. It was not posting the standings anymore. What happened?
Listen, I proved my point. My point was, don't be comfortable in that 5th spot. Now, as like you said, we play less games. What are we? 39 and 31, right? We got 12 games left. We got, I believe, 10 of those or 9 of those games are home games. Y'all got a home stand too. But a few things I want to address. Shout out to This Is J TV. Said morning, bro. I see you. Know what I mean? Cool.
Shout out to Marlon Mayhem in the chat. We see you.
Oh, hold on. Barry said, I see you, Mayhem. Oh yeah, it went down. But yeah, Pete, the other day, your guy, he runs with you. You vouch for him, Kev. He posted a humble pie on my page. So said I should have humble pie. So I just wanted to go to the definition to exactly see whether or not I agreed that I should. Wasn't nearly in the mood for it. It's a figurative servant of humiliation, usually in the form of a forced submission, apology, or retraction. I will have neither. I will not have that on my plate. There will be no humble pie. There's all rivalry in the city. We look to turn things up. I will retract nothing. Which brings me to my next point. There's a lot being said about the games that was being played, about the stars and the superstars. When we played the 4 games this season, said we only won because we had the stars. Fluky jumped in. I said, step back. This not what you want. Gave him the stats when Dinwiddie was here. Showed them that I give you work. Don't do that. He got that work for jumping in. He shouldn't have said nothing. Now, that being said, the games were close when it was in the Barclays. Not. We gave y'all that work. You know what I'm saying? We gave y'all that work. It looked close, but yet we all know what happened. Now, when we played y'all, yeah, it was the same thing. I mean, y'all gave us that work. I can't front. But again, when I look at the last time we played in the playoffs, oh, Fluky, y'all got that work. The last time we played in the playoffs, we gave y'all that work. Did you know the record is the record because we swept y'all last time we seen y'all in the playoffs? We beat y'all 4-0. So how do you look at history from a perspective of history repeats itself? I thought I heard you say that. Because if we see y'all in the playoffs, we could sweep y'all because of history, if that's how you look at it. I'm just saying.
First and foremost,
putting that in the universe.
Are you done? Are you done? Are you finished or are you done?
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. First and foremost, bro. Listen. Yo. Listen. First and foremost, y'all not getting out the first round to even see the Knicks. That's first and foremost.
How you figure that?
Because y'all they're more likely going to be playing Philly at the 6th seed in the first round.
And y'all going to be what seed?
5th. We're gonna be 5th, and we're gonna play the Cleveland Cavaliers, and I already expressed my extreme confidence that we can beat them in the playoff series. Yeah, Philly's gonna pack y'all up. So we're not even gonna see each other in the playoffs this year. Like, so get that out your mind. It's not gonna happen, buddy. Because even if by some stretch of a miracle, that you miraculously make it out the first round, we don't see each other in the second round, even if we both win. That would means we both would have to go to the Eastern Conference Finals. That is like, I'm confident in my team, but it's highly unlikely that both of us make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. So we're not even going to see each other in there. And my team is better than yours right now. So there's that. Because when you're talking about winning games this season in the Barclays, but when we went to the Garden this season, we packed y'all up. It was bad. It was ugly. It was nasty work on your behalf. Record breaking shit on your behalf this season, bro. So for you to even fix your face and think that it's even a possibility that you guys could sweep us in a playoff series.
I would say history. Like you said, history repeats itself.
It's crazy talk. It's crazy talk. It's blasphemous, and it's nasty work. Nasty work, bro.
I'm just saying that's what happened, and if history repeats itself, that's what will happen. Now, I'm not riding that. I'm not betting on that. If I was a betting man, I wouldn't bet that. Pause. If I was a betting man, I wouldn't bet that. But what I will say is this whole 5th seed got a lot. And Big Fan Breezy is saying, be careful, tread lightly, because that 5th seed ain't lot. I go and I pull up the standards for this very reason. We got 39 wins. We about to go on a homestand. So are you guys. Yeah, we 5-5 in our last 10. Y'all 7-3. The Cavs are 7-3. So the top teams do look like they're staying on pace. Besides Boston Celtics, look like they 5-5 like us. So we don't know, but they got 49 wins. So to me, honestly, 1, 2, and 3 is out the reach. We got to play really good basketball for us to get fourth. But that fifth looking in reach. I mean, I could reach it. It's in arm's reach. It's close. I mean, I ain't gotta go far. I mean, I'm talking walking distance, not a bus, not a train, not a plane, not a car.
You
This
worried
is
about
somewhere I could get to very, very close. Fifth place is very close.
you is so is seventh. Same difference. So you need to be worried about that instead of you looking up. You need to keep your feet off the fire because the heat bringing a fire. You
They
need to
playing,
worry
they
about
gonna
staying out
harass
the
you.
playing. That's what you got. They 6-4.
Yeah,
You need to worry about staying out the playing. That's what you need to worry about. Fifth seed,
yeah.
we got that. Don't worry.
I won't say worry.
We got that. You need to be
Nah,
worried. You need to be worried. Y'all got 2 games
nah.
versus the Cavaliers coming up. 2 games versus them, and they're a really good team, like you said, 7-3 in their last 10. They playing really good basketball, right? So, and then you got a revenge game versus the Nuggets that could be dangerous for y'all. Like the road is treacherous ahead, bro. The road is treacherous. So
Like,
you need to be concerned with staying out the play in instead of looking up at us trying to catch Ben
no,
Simmons.
again, we focus on the win column, not how we gonna operate after we lose. You feel what I'm saying?
Ben
That's
Simmons.
that's that's what I'm saying. Like, we not looking at it like, oh, after we lose, this is what we're gonna do. No, we looking at it like, yo, we could get back in this win column. We going there to compete. Like you said, this is our remaining schedule, right? We got Denver, Cleveland twice, and it's not a back-to-back in a day sense, but a
Yeah,
team sense. So that's important, relevant to say. You want that day off. Both in Brooklyn, right? Then we hit the road, play Miami and Orlando, still East Coast. These Eastern Conference games are important, vital to how the playoff standings gonna look. Houston, you know what I'm saying? This is a game we gotta win. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Gotta win these Orlando, Houston, gotta win. Like people, I look at it like I want to win all of them, right? But realistically, I think we could get one out of two out of those Cleveland games, especially if Jared Allen not playing. And I love to see teams compete at top health, but him not being there is a factor to whether they win or lose. Funny to say, we just got Moses Brown, and he used to be a Knick, but he ain't getting no playing time, so he got cut, I guess. And Sean Marks picked him up, so he's gonna back up Nick Claxton. Um, I think to next game. I think next game, and we need him versus Jokic because Jokic is a problem last time we played him. You know what I mean? Miami. That game between us and Miami is going to be strong. Shout out to Uncle Say. He said he's gonna be out there with his wifey. He's going live streaming with me. I'm trying to make that shit happen, man.
yeah,
It word. He said he's gonna be out there at the game rapping. I say, yo, that's what's up. Shout out
yeah,
to Say, man. That's fire. Hopefully we get that win, and it's all for the momentum from winning versus Cleveland. And Orlando right there, they're a tough young team. Shit, that's a back-to-back. That's gonna be tough. But ultimately, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We want to get 45 wins going into the playoffs. And out of the 12 of these games, it would be less than a 500 team. I don't see us being less than 500. Just taking a look at it, I don't take these teams that are less than 500 for granted. Orlando, they tough. They beat Boston, but I don't see the Brooklyn Nets looking at this schedule. I don't see us being under 500 in the win column. I don't. Out of these 12 games, I give us 8 for sure, and I'll show you. I think we beat Cleveland once for sure. Miami 2, 3. Orlando, Miami because it's an important game. Cleveland because it's an important East Coast game. Houston, Atlanta, we gotta beat Atlanta. They beat us. No, we beat them on a buzzer beater. So I know that's gonna be a tougher game. I mean, a tough game. A tougher game than Houston. Utah, that's at home. We want to beat them. We want all of these home games. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 home games. We want all of those. Facts. And we might be able to win on the road on Miami. but I don't know if we could win on a back-to-back versus Orlando. I ain't gonna cap.
So
And Philly gonna be tough. And I don't know about Detroit. We gotta be careful because that's a back-to-back with Minnesota. So those back-to-backs would be tough. I could see us losing one of those back-to-backs, two of them, because so two. Yeah, I got us 8-4 or 10-2, man, for real.
so my little 2 cents on the situation, uh, that stretch between what you call it, Denver, Cleveland. Yeah, I see y'all going 1-2 in that situation. Which one y'all win, I don't know, but I feel like 2 losses is coming out of there. Uh, Miami, I think Miami beat y'all because they want that 6 seed. They want that 6 seed, man. And I think it's gonna be tough sledding for you guys if they healthy. You know what I mean? If they're healthy, because that's important too. Uh, if they're
Mhm.
healthy, I think it's gonna be tough sledding. I think y'all fought after the Miami game. I think y'all be in the play-in. I mean, be perfectly honest. Uh, yeah, I got a chance to uh to get some wins back against
Yeah.
Orlando and the Rockets. You feel me? That I think y'all win both of those games. Atlanta just beat the Warriors. Like they playing pretty decent right now. Uh, are
Mhm.
they even in the plan? I don't even know.
I'm gonna pull it up. Wait till you go to the
Yeah,
schedule. I
hold
will
on.
go to.
Nah, I
Yeah,
got it.
yeah. Okay, cool. You got
Yeah,
it.
I got it. Yeah, they in the plan. Uh, yeah. So yeah, they still like they not even comfortable ahead of the Bulls. You feel me? Like so, so they gonna be playing. They playing for something still. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So that's gonna be a tough game. Utah. I don't know about Utah. Utah.
We beat
What
Utah.
Yeah, Utah playing like shit. So yeah, y'all could beat Utah. Yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
they Utah had a spark in the beginning of the season, and they just got ass out of nowhere. Paul.
Minnesota, they lost Anthony Edwards. That's a problem.
Yeah, I think I beat Minnesota, and Detroit, and Orlando again. 76ers, it depends if they're resting or if they're playing. You know what I mean? Like, if they resting, y'all gonna get the dub. If they playing, it's kind of we're gonna be clipped for you guys.
Yeah,
Uh,
you got us over 500. I mean, I don't know. Let's look at the next schedule because you guys got about how many games you guys got left?
I think I don't know, maybe like 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that the Nets have to utilize these home games. That's where we
Well, we got 11 games left.
capitalize. Yeah, you capitalize with them home games. How many home games y'all got out of those 11? We got 8. I seen 8 home games we got left
One,
out of 12.
2, 3, 4, 5, 5.
Oh, y'all got 5 home games out of 11.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not bad.
5 home games, and I'm not worried about being home on the road because the Knicks is one of the best road teams in the NBA. So when we away, it's like we at home. You feel me? And when we home, it's like we at home. So we wherever we make wherever we rest our hat is our home. That's pretty much what I'm getting at. You feel me? Like
I hear
what
you.
wherever we rest our hat is our home. You feel me? So I'm not worried about being home or away. All I know is that it's gonna be work handed out. Yeah, I mean that's all I'm saying. It's gonna be work handed out. I love the way my team is playing, man.
So how you call those 11 games? Well, how many you think y'all win out of it?
All right, hold on, my fault. So boom, like I said, we win tonight. That's one. We beat the Timberwolves on Monday. Uh, the Heat, we always give the Heat work. You know what I mean? So that's 3 right there. Orlando, that's 4. The Rockets, that's 5. The Heat again. Do we beat them 3 times in a row? I don't know, but I like my chances, so I'm gonna say that's 6. Cleveland, Cleveland, Cleveland Cavaliers. We be giving them work too. Uh, and all this really do depend when Jalen Brunson come back, which is a fact. Yeah, I mean, and I'm assuming that he's going to be back by the second Heat game. Uh, so Yeah, Cleveland. We beat Cleveland. Wizards play us tough, man. They score a lot. And they be getting hot from outside against us for whatever. Uh, but yeah, I don't really like realistically, bro. I'm looking at the. It's unrealistic to say that we go undefeated, right? But I'm looking at our schedule, right? And I feel like we go undefeated. So I'm not even gonna count. I'm just gonna tell you the teams, right? The Nuggets today. That's our toughest competition for the rest of the season. The Nuggets, right? So the Nuggets, the Timberwolves, the Heat, the Magic, the Rockets, the Heat again, the Cavaliers, the Wizards, the Pacers, the Pelicans, and the Pacers again. Like, so you can see where I'm confident at. Like, okay.
Yeah, what about back to backs? Is any of those in there? Oh, y'all went
uh
back to backs regular.
no back to backs. Not not one. And you know,
Damn, y'all lucky as hell. Y'all ain't got no back to
no,
backs.
we're not lucky because we put in that pain already. Remember,
So
we
I
had
got one of the
we
most
had,
back to backs.
when y'all was getting like 3 days off, sometimes 4 days off, we were playing every other day for a very long stretch of time. Like literally every other day. Like this break that we got is the first break that we got in while long in between games. You know what I mean? So we've been putting in that pain. So it ain't about being lucky. It's just our time to get some rest, and it's beautiful because we need rest going into the playoffs. I think Julius Randle needed some rest because you could see that he was getting tired and worn down. Being an Iron Man for the most part, like playing every game this season, playing some of the most minutes of the year. Yeah, I mean, I think he played the most minutes this year. Period. Yeah, I mean, like so it was important for us to have this little break so he could recharge his battery. And I think we win because Julius Randle's gonna go crazy today because he's rested. You know what I mean? Like he gonna go crazy today. First quarter, Julius Randle's gonna be back. Yeah, so that was important, but we ain't got no back to backs, man. We ain't got no
Yeah.
back to backs. And our competition, most of our competition going into the last 4 or 5 games, are not even playoff teams.
Okay. That
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah.
Word.
So out of the last 10 games, is the Timberwolves a playoff team? I don't know. Well, they without Anthony Edwards, they gonna be playing like they not a playoff team. So uh so I'm gonna count them 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of our last 10, 11 games is against non-playoff teams. I'm counting the play-in guys as playoff teams as well, even though technically they're not playoff teams. But because if I counted those guys, then it'd be like 8 of our last 10 games, 11 games is not against playoff teams. That make me
Yeah.
confident.
Nah, I hear you. I hear you. So and that's why you saying y'all gonna go to the playoffs in fifth place.
Absolutely. Possibly fourth, because what we 3 games. We 3 games behind the Cavaliers, and we played them twice. No, once. My bad. We played them once.
Yeah,
So
they play us. If y'all take fourth, it'd be because we fifth. I'm telling you, that it's not going. I don't think it happened that way to me. And I'm looking at the way record. I was trying to make a point to say, oh, we got the home, stand, and we're gonna, win more games at home. And nah, we got 20 wins away and 19 wins at home. I guess when we playing well, we playing well. But we got 38 games away and we got 32 games at home. So percentage wise, we are playing better at home. Um, I don't know, man. I'm confident, man. And like you said, the soliloquy was eloquent, but y'all have an 8-8 record, and we have a 7-8 record. So yeah, you guys do have a better division record, but it's only by one game. That being said, when it comes down to the Brooklyn Nets, the new look Nets is supposed to pride ourselves on is defense. I see us getting it together somewhat, but I see where there's room for improvement, and it's a large part of that is chemistry, and that's one of the things that I'm shy to say about the Brooklyn Nets, about how we have more chemistry than any other team. Like, yeah, I know there's that or playoff teams. You know, with these four new starters, it's hard for me to say that we have more chemistry. There's chemistry there, and I can see them working on it. But again, we're working on it, and a lot of teams you can see some of them got it more down packed than we do. We watch Denver play. You can see how they run their offense straight through Jokic, and when he wasn't on the floor, they didn't look good. And I can see why they make the argument of him being MVP for his team because he impacts the Denver Nuggets that much. On our team, it's a little different. We working out some quirks, honestly. Shout out to the Nets fans. I know y'all care about this. When it comes down to Mikal Bridges, he's not KD, and you want to give him the ball in a one-on-one situation. You don't necessarily want that. You want to still call plays for him, give him that pick and roll, give him that pick and slip, pick and pop. But have a teammate there helping him get through the offense, opposed to him just doing a one-on-one situation like a Kevin Durant would or a Kyrie Irving would. I think we need to take the ISO book, put it in the last part of the book that we read, far as offense is concerned. It hasn't been working for my guy Cam Thomas. It hasn't been working for Mikal Bridges. It hasn't been working for Cam Johnson. Anytime that we score the ball at a large with big points is because we moving the ball. We got a lot of assists. There's a lot of ball movement and picks and pick and rolls and things of that nature. So again, bread and butters and X and O's, a lot of teams going to have that advantage over the Brooklyn Nets because they've been playing as teammates from the beginning of the season. We got 4 new starters after the trade deadline. So, we learning as we go. So, and we've made mistakes, and I think Jacques Vaughn making the lineup the way it is cost us some games because he could have easily went to the bench, and we seen some of that last game when Ed Sumner and Watanabe got some minutes. They got some minutes finally, and they played great basketball. Case in point is we know that Jacques Vaughn put the starters in the way he did and gave them heavy minutes and took Ed Sumner and Watanabe out of the rotation because he knows they have more games of experience Ed Sumner and Watanabe than the 4 new starters with Nick Claxton. And Nick Claxton wasn't the centerpiece of the offense with the other group. So, yeah, there's a lot of adjustments, especially on the offensive side of the ball. I've seen it in stretches and late in the game, and I think we keep it close, but we're gonna score and drop some time because we need to work on our bread and butters when we need a basket. But yeah. Oh, he said, do I still think we want to trade? Well, I'm glad you asked that because that's what I was saying about the show about expectations. I think we went from a championship and bust team with Kevin Durant on it to a team that kind of you don't expect this from these players. And I was even kicking in with Kev, and he was talking about how it's not the same for the Knicks, and what y'all doing is something different. He never explained it, but I guess you could because y'all rock together. But my point is, I don't think we're a championship and bust team right now. I think that, and I'm answering your question, Barry, because KD is not on the team and it was a trade and he didn't want to play it. And I believe that morale has a lot to do with teams winning. Like a player wants to be on that team to see that team, you know what I'm saying, do good because you own it. The morale side of it, KD played with his heart, but he didn't want to be here. He played with his heart because he a hooper, not because he wanted to be. He said he wanted to work here, so he shed a tear. He looked really sincere. You know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily know, but he did look sincere. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kevin Durant and Mama Love. I mean, now, yeah, I do think we want to trade because I think Mikal Bridges want to be here, and I think that we go from a championship and bust team to a team that is trying to stay competitive and be a playoff team until we a championship contending team. I think that's the direction that we went differently from having Kevin Durant to Mikal Bridges. That's why they gave Jacques Vaughn the bag, told him you are our guy before the season got to the playoffs. And ultimately, I think they're gonna see that they have to invest in the draft, and they can't just invest in free agents. They invested in the coach before the draft and the free agents. They invested in the coach by giving Jock Vaughn the bag, and I think that we going in the right direction because of it. And I see us going to the playoffs. I like you said, I give credit to what you said about us fighting to stay out the play-in. But again, I think we have that advantage because we didn't go from what we did last season from 1 to 11. We went from 2 to 6. And Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving haven't been on this team for I don't know, maybe 10 games, and we still in the playoffs. Like I said, you a play-in vlogger. You could mention how it is and how it feels, the energy of it, and I want to hear it. Just
So,
tell me how it feels.
so what I'm gonna first address is the fact that you you really believe that y'all won this trade. How does your
Yeah,
team regress and you win a trade? That doesn't even make sense. Uh, and the team
I
that
just-
you traded your star to uh, is was immediately thrust into championship contention. Like they were starting to become the favorites when KD was healthy to win a championship. That means in essence, you lost the trade. Mikal
mm-mm.
Bridges, you said Mikal Bridges want to be here. Says who? He didn't sign here. He was traded here. He came here against his will. He had no say so in becoming a Brooklyn Net. They shipped him here. Like that don't mean he wants to be here. Of course, he's going to say it. Yeah, I'm happy to be a Net because that's what they all say. That's what they all say. I've never seen a player go to a team and be like, I don't want to play here. I don't want to play here. Now, I've never seen it. So he's gonna say all the right things. So if that's what you're hanging your hat on, why you want to trade is because Mikal Bridges want to be here. No, the first thing that actually came out his mouth is that he loves playing at MSG. That's exactly how he said it. I love playing at MSG. So you know where his heart is. He want to be playing with Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson in the Mecca. So to say that he wants to be here, that's kind of that's a reach. That's a reach, bro.
I'm saying they
but
got Kevin
yeah,
Durant on paper.
so and in the fact in the fact that you know the whole when you trade the whole narrative of your team it had changed. That shows that you did not win the trade. What you did, what I will give you credit for, is what y'all did. Y'all did limit the impact of losing a Kevin Durant. Like y'all not at a horrible place that y'all could be. It could be worse. You feel me? I'll give y'all credit for that much. It could be worse. But to say that you won the trade,
Yeah.
wow, that's crazy talk, bro.
And listen, no disrespect, but Kevin Durant, he's on the roster on paper. He's not going to be playing basketball. And that's not a shot at him. Listen, no disrespect. When he played here, he played hard, and I ain't got no injury jokes. I ain't about none of that. But what I'm saying is there was a situation with the Brooklyn Nets, and he was on the roster, but he wasn't playing basketball, and that hurts. And it gives a lot of credit to why the Brooklyn Nets were successful with James Harden, Kyrie, and KD. When you look at how many games was played, you should have heard me in the beginning of the season. You did. You know what I mean? I say, yo, Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving played 44 games in 3 seasons. This is the season that they're going to play 44 games in one season. And what happened? They did not reach 44 games. Once I seen that they reached 44 games, I stopped counting. That they got like I think maybe remember the thing with Kyrie, so he missed 8 games with the team, and
Mm-hmm.
then you know what I'm saying. Things happened where they weren't playing 44 games, and even after the all this happened after 44 games, I don't even think they were on the roster. It was just bad. They did not play 44 games this season, and again, morale wise, the reason why I'm saying that is because, like you said, maybe he is just saying that because of that, but words have power. He said that maybe he starts to feel that way. He's telling himself that, you know what I'm saying, realizing that he could build something here because he got the number one, and maybe he got the number one because he gives the Nets his first championship. Miguel Bridges is wearing number one. He's going to give the Nets their first championship. He is building a
Whoa,
bridge. Macau is building a bridge to the Nets' first championship, and that's why he wears the number one.
bruh. Yeah, yeah. What you call it? Yeah, optimism is is respectable. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
just because that's just sheer optimism. Like this the most optimistic you could ever be. But yeah, nah. You feel me? And
I
you
believe.
know,
You gotta believe. You
listen,
gotta believe.
I
You
hear
gotta
you.
believe.
I
You
hear
gotta
you.
believe in your
I hear
team.
you.
Don't let them tell you different, Nets fans. Don't let them tell you that superstars that got championships on other teams could come to your team and help you win a championship. Don't let them tell you it's true. It's not true. It's not true.
Yeah, you
Hunger,
had to
passion is
learn
what
the
you.
what I told you from the beginning. This is what I told you from the beginning of the show. You was telling me about all the championships KD and Kyrie is going to win, and I said, yeah, they're going to leave here without winning nothing. And what they did, leave here without winning a goddamn thing, not one single thing. You got a playoff series. Congratulations, and congratulations. But the championship, uh, eh, you feel me? Ben Simmons is, and y'all still got Ben Simmons robbing y'all. I said, I wanted to know if they still do the amnesty clause in the NBA, and if so, do y'all still have it to use for Ben Simmons? Because I think that's the only way you get rid of him and get him off the roster, uh,
Yeah,
and lessen your salary impact. Because when you amnesty, it still counts against the salary, uh, but it goes from being 30 something million a year to maybe 9 or 10 over a
right.
long stretch of time, right? Uh, So I think that's that to me that's your best option with Ben Simmons
Yeah,
because
hold on. Let me read it. But so
yeah,
for people to bring him up to speed to exactly what the amnesty clause is, I just
yeah,
pulled it up. I kind of
yeah,
knew, but I wanted to pull it up because we got an audience. So
oh yeah,
hit that like button, please, man. The amnesty clause in the NBA allow for a team to effectively remove one player from their team salary, saving them from paying luxury tax on a contract. Amnesty players are waived and are still paid the remaining amount of their contract. Now that's perfect. Now I don't know if they necessarily do that, but that's perfect.
yeah.
That's a great point. Shout out
So
to T Top.
you even got that, or you waited out for 2 years with Ben Simmons, and then you buy him out of his last year of his contract. So those are two routes y'all got to go, but for the most part, they going to be stuck. You feel me? Like y'all stuck with Ben Simmons. Ain't nobody gonna want the guy. He's damaged goods. He makes way too much money. His contract is even more toxic than Russell Westbrook's.
Mm. It is. It is. He has no trade value.
Yeah,
And they saying that he's healthy enough to play. All right, well, play. Like I always joke that he's gonna average 30 in his contract, yeah. But bro, like if you could even do it now, that'd be great. You know what I mean? And you just decided not to play until now, then that's fine. But listen, Moses Brown will take your job. If he could come over here and grab 16 rebounds a game or just close to that, like
16 rebounds, bro. He ain't that guy. Why you think he getting cut and sent everywhere? He ain't getting 16 rebounds nowhere.
he played
You
for a
think
lot
people
of teams. He
you
played for a
think
lot of teams, but he could find a home with Brooklyn.
you think people are just out here cutting guys that have the ability to give you 16 rebounds? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's a fact, Barry. Even Rich Paul don't want nothing to do with Ben Simmons. That's when you
Mhm.
know it's real. Rich Paul's like, oh hell, now you are not
Mhm.
going to sully my good name.
Mhm.
You will not sully my good name. What Ben
Mhm.
Simmons is doing is absolutely a travesty and a
Mhm.
highway robbery. And he ain't got the like you said it. He ain't got the heart. He ain't got the courage. He walking up
That's
that
one
yellow.
thing I wanted to be wrong about, man. I swear, you listen, it's bad, and I agree. I couldn't have said it no better. The amnesty clause is what the Brooklyn Nets need. I don't know. I'm about to tweet them this
Yeah,
because I
but
don't see how why we not using that form if he's not available to play, or maybe
But
he's available to play now to avoid this. Actually,
so I haven't heard of a player in a very long time getting amnestied. You feel me? The last player I think I've heard getting amnestied was Joakim Noah from the Knicks. Uh, but I haven't heard of that. Then that was years ago. You feel me? I'm
over
not
what,
even
the
sure if
same
that.
injury?
Huh?
Was it the same injury?
Nah. He had like real bad plantar fasciitis. I mean, like Joakim Noah didn't really, he didn't play in the NBA after that. Yeah, I mean, like so whatever he
Right.
had messed him up bad. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you I think like I'm not even sure if that's still a thing. One, right? Two, I'm not sure if the Nets ever used it or how many times you could use it. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
with stuff like this, it'd be mad technical. You feel me? Like there's mad layers to this shit. So I'm not even sure if that's an option. But if it is, I think that's your best option when it comes to Ben Simmons.
Yeah. Yeah, look, each of the 30 NBA teams is permitted to waive one amnesty player prior to any one of the first 5 seasons of the CBA, only for contracts in place at the inception of the CBA, and have
Oh,
100% of the player's salary removed from the team's salary for salary cap and luxury tax purposes. Listen, this shit is serious. This is the answer, and the only answer. It is
so
only one answer. If that dude from that comic book came back and had an answer for the Ben Simmons situation, this is it. What's his name? Doctor Strange. This
yeah.
is the Doctor Strange one
So
possibility way to fix the Ben Simmons.
so now from what you just read,
With Ben
it's been
Simmons.
it's been way longer than 5 years since the last CBA was reached. There's another one coming up. I think after next season. So that's when y'all will be able to use it. You feel me? Like if y'all going to use it, y'all have to wait till after next year and the new CBA is reached. Then y'all can amnesty Ben Simmons. But until then, y'all shit out of luck, buddy.
Yeah, like I ain't, and I'll just entertain the conversation for what it's worth. Listen, for one, shout out to Rich Paul and Clutch Sports. They did not miss giving Ben Simmons the contract. When you look at Ben Simmons' numbers before he played, I mean, before all of this is going on, he deserved a big contract like that. He was playing really good basketball, and Clutch Sports did right by him. After he got the bag, then there's this, and now he's on our team. Like it's 29 other teams he could have went to with this, and he comes here, and for what? For why? To Brooklyn, to the New York media? Come on, bro. All right. So, anyways, I feel like I said all that to say, for that money, I would that's worth like how many draft picks, first round draft picks, how many different solid players? Because Brooklyn Nets to me is not a super team no more. They're a solid team. I think with cohesiveness and experience, we're a solid team. I think what Ben Simmons doing, what he did before he got the contract, makes us a great team, but we can't rely on that. I don't even put him in my equations when it comes down to winning basketball. Not to say he couldn't contribute, but if he's not playing the game, it's like, for what? You know what I mean? So that being said, shout out to Ben Simmons. They saying you healthy, you gonna play, then play. If not, like I said, you know what I mean? There's a lot of other things we could do with that contract. And a lot of other players. And I'm thinking about who would deserve a contract, who would deserve that contract. Who would deserve that or do we rather Ben Simmons getting back to his former self, or do we really just want a new player? Realistically, for the playoffs, if he could just, and again, I'm shy to be so critical because I did have a back injury, and I'm telling you that shit is serious. And if somebody say it messes with your mobility, and if you're not careful, it can mess with your mechanics if you don't attend to it immediately. So I'm not making no excuses for Ben. I'm saying if he got surgery, then I could see he might, you know what I'm saying, need extra time. But as a fan, it's frustrating. Um, so I don't know. Hopefully he plays and plays like he did before he got the contract. You know what I mean? Surprise me.
Yeah.
Prove us all wrong. You know what I mean?
So
So
we
see,
got to wrap this up because I got to get ready for work.
yeah.
Yeah. So what you would call it? I
Mhm.
just seen that they said that Jalen Brunson is likely to play today. That's great news. Because if he's likely to play, that increases my confidence in us winning today. Uh, he's rested. Uh, the I hope the foot is healed. Uh, and yeah, we're gonna give these guys work. But yeah, Ben Simmons, man, like I think some of it might be injury, and then the other part is him just not wanting to play. I think he's broken. You can see that with him being when he's on the court, you can see that he doesn't want to play basketball. Uh, and it's something about some of these Australian players, man. Because look at Liz Cambridge, like she be on the same kind of timing. You feel me? Like in the WNBA, like she not even on a team, and she's nice. Like how many you don't see a woman as big as she is on it every day, and then for her
Mhm.
not to be on a WNBA team, and she got crazy post moves. You feel me? Like and it's just because her attitude is bad. And I feel like Ben
Yeah.
Simmons attitude, like the one when he was being scouted to come to the NBA, that was one of the
Mhm.
knocks on him. That said he had a
Mhm.
bad attitude. You feel me? Like,
Bro.
and I don't think they look at the game of basketball as you know we do. You feel me? Like to them,
Right.
it's like I'm good at it. I can make a lot of money, and
Right.
that's just what it is. You feel me? And I feel like Ben Simmons right now, he just collecting his checks, man.
Yeah.
You ain't
Yeah.
nobody in the world gonna walk away from 37 a year. Like you
No
gotta
sir.
be
No sir.
you gotta be you gotta be a damn fool to be like, yo, you know what? I don't want that money.
Mhm. Right.
I don't
But
I don't care how bad it is. I'm gonna show up to work like I'm just here so I can get this check, dog. Like
yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
I'll close off and say I won't be long winded. I'll say this about Ben. Listen, you God gifted, and you do what you want with your talent. But again, don't take anything that you have for granted. You know what I mean? I learned that about life, and I hope you got good people around you to let you know. You know what I mean? That some of the things that are around you are only around you because of the success of what you have. So try to keep sincere people around you that let you know to protect what you have. And right now you gotta protect that by playing basketball when you get a chance. You know what I'm saying? When you're healthy, but and follow your heart and do the right thing. You know what I mean? By yourself and the Brooklyn Nets fans, man. Please. Again, man, before next week, my predictions is that we play Denver, we play Cleveland twice, and then we're back Saturday. I think we win 2 out of 3. Optimistically, I'll say we win 3 out of 3, but I definitely think we could get the Denver and the Cleveland game. I think those are our next 2 games. You can do any predictions before next week?
let me pull up the schedule again. One more again. Like I said, I think we win today. Uh, we play the Timberwolves on Monday. We win. Play the Heat on Wednesday. We win. We play the Magic win because Jalen Brunson's back and this team is clicking on all cylinders when the way the bench is playing. And that was a cry of mine all season that the bench needs to be better. Emmanuel quickly with that second unit, the way he's been playing as a starter, it makes us a very difficult team to beat. You know, so I'm not really worried about none of these teams coming up. So 4-0 before next Saturday.
All
Good shit.
right. So yeah, 2 and 3. Would that put us at, I don't know, 41 wins? We have 41 wins, and we could potentially be 42-31 before we come back, which will pretty much keep us at sixth place. So it looked like we'll just be in sixth place time we come back. And that's us if we successful. We get through this week and then we can focus on fifth place. But by next week it looked like we're gonna be in sixth place.
Good.
So yeah.
Uh, what I was about to say? Yeah, that puts us at 45 wins. Yeah, I mean the mark that me and all my guys predicted that we will be at the beginning of the season when everybody said that we would be a fighting for the 10th seed and be a play-in or a play-out team. Me and my guys, we looking like our predictions is right. Yeah, I mean, and that's a beautiful feeling. Uh, all I'm looking at all the teams that they said was going to be better than us, below us. That's a beautiful feeling. Uh, and I call them by name. The Nets, the Heat, the Hawks, the Raptors, the
No,
Bulls, the Pacers, the Wizards.
I'm gonna get the last one.
They said all those teams were going to be better than the Knicks, and they were wrong. Yo, I'm out of here. I holla. Appreciate everybody for pulling up. We see y'all next Saturday. Uh, if I do, because I'll be traveling when the game is on. If I do get to catch the game, I'll probably do a recap tonight. So I'll holla at y'all there.
Yeah, thank y'all for tuning in, man. I see y'all tomorrow night for the recap. Appreciate y'all, man. Peace.